Hello, Steve White, Trek 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, Star Trek Day is coming up. Now, as a Star Trek fan, Star Trek Day is a bit of an insult because it's really designed to undermine the anniversary of the original Star Trek, because what used to happen was fans would celebrate the anniversary of the original Star Trek airing, and we've been doing that since about 1970, I guess, after the show finished. I don't know how long it took before they started celebrating the show on its birthday, but it's something that was certainly started in the 70s and was a big thing in the 80s and 90s for up until recently. But then they decided to usurp it by creating Star Trek Day, which is there to promote the new shows, not to, commemorate the original shows, which are the better shows, which fans prefer. So it's a way to try and get the attention off the original shows and the better shows and get them onto the new shows that they're trying to sell at the moment. So it's a studio-based commercial thing, whereas the anniversary of the show was always something celebrated by fans, and fans did that. Fans made that happen, and the studios made money on the anniversaries eventually. They started celebrating it on the 20th anniversary and the 25th, 30th, the 30th. They didn't really do the 35th, and they kind of didn't do the 40th either. They kind of did the 40th, but not really. The 50th they did, but they neglected a few things. But we're now up to the 57th anniversary, and this year, because of the writer's strike, there really isn't anything happening, because the last couple of years they had a big live event where they'd have the stars out, they'd have people doing interviews and panels and talks. But now, because no one's allowed to speak about anything that Paramount is producing or has produced, none of the actors can talk about Star Trek. So they can't exactly do... they went through with some of the conventions where the actors weren't allowed to speak about Star Trek, although some scabs did, and I'm going to call him a scab because he's a scab and you know what I'm talking about. We don't like him. He's homophobic, in my opinion, allegedly, supposedly, and I'm not going... That's a whole nother video I'm not going to make. But this year what they're doing is a special. It's a one-off special. It's going to be hosted by Jerry O'Connell, who played Commander Ransom in Rhymes of Handsome in Lower Decks. And it's basically looking at the history and sort of promoting what's coming up with Discovery Season 5 and Strange New Worlds and everything. And that's about it. The only other thing they're doing is they're doing two other things. They're showing the first two episodes of Star Trek Discovery Strange New Worlds on CBS. So they're going to be airing, like on network TV. So that'll be interesting to see how they rate. I think they're doing that over one night. I should have checked that. The other thing they're doing is they're showing some episodes of Lower Decks, because this is the 50th anniversary of the animated series. And to celebrate that, instead of doing screenings of the animated series, which is what fans want to see because they like the animated series, they're doing screenings of Lower Decks, which, okay, it's going to be screening soon anyway, so I don't see the point of that. I mean, it'd be very rare to see screenings of the animated series because it's 50 years old and it's its anniversary, so that's what they should be doing. But instead they're doing screenings of Lower Decks, which is going to be showing soon anyway. The fourth season is going to be premiering in a couple of weeks, I think. So I don't know why they did that. Now, so far as... when is Strange New Worlds airing? I don't think they say when. Oh, it's on the actual 8th. So on the anniversary night, they're showing the first two episodes of Strange New Worlds. Now, whether they'll show the rest of the series after that, or if it's just a one-off to try and get people interested, people who haven't watched it on streaming, I'm not sure. But that's about it. They're basically doing a one-off special. They're showing episodes of Strange New Worlds. They're doing screenings of Lower Decks. And they're doing a bit of merchandise. Apparently there's some merchandise on just Star Trek in general, and they often do some Star Trek Day merchandise. And they're apparently they're going to do some animated series 50th anniversary merchandise, which I haven't seen, but I've heard they're going to do that. So that's Star Trek Day for this year. I'm kind of glad in a way that the writer's strike has sort of minimised it, because, like I said, it's a bit of an insult. It's a bit of a slap in the face to fans who have been celebrating the original series for all these years, for over 5 decades, and now they turn around and say, no, we want to put the focus on these new shows, not celebrate the original show. And it's really, really insulting. They could have picked another day to do to focus on the new shows, but to try and usurp the anniversary from the original series and the fans, it's just really, really, really gross. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.